Never any adults around to catch us cussing when we died with one rivet to go on the ziggurat level of Donkey Kong. In late 1982 or 1983, I had a callback at Fox to play the kid who can wish people into cartoon land for Twilight Zone the movie. We got to West Los Angeles very early, and my mom let me stop at that arcade while she went a few stores up the block for a frozen yogurt. This was also the time when frozen yogurt ruled the world. Pico was a busy street, and when I walked out of the hot, bright afternoon sunlight and into the dimly lit arcade, I left the roar of traffic behind me and entered another world. There were neon and black lights, posters of girls and rock stars, and the faint smell of mildew hung in the cool, recycled air. Running with the Devil blasted out of the jukebox. I carefully smoothed out my $1 bill, and I fed it into the token machine. The familiar excitement and anticipation welled up while it whirred and prepared to spit out my 5 tokens. In the back of the arcade was my intended target, Super Pac-Man. It had recently replaced a battle zone with a flaky controller at Sunland Discount Variety, and I'd stumbled upon a pattern that was virtually foolproof. I could play for an incredible 10 minutes or more, a very impressive feat among my group of friends. 5 tokens clanged out of the dispenser, and I eagerly scooped them up and jingled them in my hand as I walked through the arcade. A kid kicked the machine and said, "That's bullshit, man! I fucking shot him!" Employee shouted, "Hey, take it easy, guy." The pong, 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 ding, ding, duck, 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 duck of pre-digital pinball machines was everywhere. As I passed different games, the sounds of Moon Patrol, Space Invaders, and Defender occasionally rose above Eddie Van Halen's wicked guitar work. Just before I got to Super Pac-Man, I paused at this tall, white machine I'd never seen before. The decals on the side showed a scary blue-robed warlock with his hand raised. On the marquee, the same wizard shot lightning bolts from his fingertips. I stopped and looked at it, and the game said, "Hey, insert coin." Holy shit, this thing talks. Before I knew what I was doing, I had done as the machine commanded. Creepy synthesized music played, and the screen showed me that I could play with 3 men called warriors, or I could insert another coin and get 7. 7 men for 2 quarters. Awesome! I reached into my pocket, but stopped short of taking the add-on. Did I want to risk almost half my tokens on a game I'd never seen before? All right, I'm going to play it once, and then reassess when I'm done. I dropped in my token and knew I'd made a wise investment. The game didn't just talk. It was, as we would say in those days, totally radical. There were monsters, but the guy I controlled was in a spacesuit, and he carried a laser gun. I was in a maze, kind of like a dungeon, but it floated over a starfield. It was the perfect combination of D&D and science fiction. It was like someone had reached into my dreams, found the 2 things I loved more than anything else in the world, and put the result in front of me, eager to take my money. This perfect storm of passions and commerce wouldn't happen again until I visited Olympic Gardens in Las Vegas when I was 22. But that is all I'm going to tell you about that.